Imagine walking home on an empty Irish road. No cars. No lights. Only moonlight. Then, you hear a horse. At first it's distant. But every second, it gets closer. You look down the road. And see a rider dressed completely in black. Relief washes over you. Until you notice something impossible. The rider has no head. Yet under one arm, he's carrying one. Its eyes are moving. Watching you. Its mouth begins to smile. And then, it says your name.
Timothy.
According to Irish folklore. If that ever happened, you would be dead before sunrise. This is the legend of the Dullahan. Ireland is filled with supernatural legends. Fairies. Banshees. Ancient spirits. But among all of them, none inspired more terror than the Dullahan. Unlike ghosts, it wasn't believed to haunt a single location. It traveled. Road after road. Village after village. Always riding. Always searching. People didn't describe it as evil. They described it as inevitable. Because unlike monsters that hunted, the Dullahan already knew who was going to die. It simply came to collect them. Descriptions vary across Ireland. But certain details appear again and again. The Dullahan rides a massive black horse. Sometimes its eyes burn like fire. Sometimes smoke pours from its nostrils. The rider wears a long dark cloak. But where a head should be, there is nothing. Instead, the Dullahan carries its own severed head beneath one arm. Witnesses described it as pale, rotting. Its grin stretched impossibly wide. Its eyes darted in every direction, able to see across miles of countryside. The head wasn't dead. It was alive. Always watching. As frightening as the head was, many stories focus on something even worse. The whip. Legend claims the Dullahan carried a whip made from a human spine. Not leather. Not rope. An actual backbone. When it appeared, it used the whip to clear anyone blocking its path. No gate could stop it. No fence. No locked door. Nothing. If the Dullahan wanted to pass, every barrier simply opened. No one dared stand in its way. Unlike the Banshee, who warns families that death is coming, the Dullahan doesn't warn anyone. It announces the end. The stories all share one terrifying moment. The rider suddenly stops. Everything becomes silent. Then, the head opens its mouth and speaks one single name. Whoever hears their own name dies almost instantly. No chase. No attack. No escape. Death simply arrives. That's what made the Dullahan so feared. You didn't survive an encounter. You were never supposed to. Some versions of the legend become even darker. Instead of riding alone, the Dullahan drives a funeral carriage. But this isn't an ordinary coach. The wagon is said to be built from human bones. The spokes, made from thigh bones. The frame, constructed from the remains of the dead. Some tales even claim the coverings were made from dried human skin. The horses pulling it breathed fire. and moved with impossible speed. This wasn't just transportation. It was death itself, rolling through the Irish countryside. The terrifying thing about the Dullahan wasn't its appearance. It was its certainty. People believed closed doors didn't matter. Curtains didn't matter. Distance didn't matter. If your name had been chosen, the rider would find you. Some legends even claim anyone who watched the Dullahan pass risked having one eye struck blind, as the creature lashed curious onlookers with its terrible whip. The message was simple. Don't watch. Don't follow. Don't even acknowledge it. Because once it noticed you, your fate might already be sealed. Most supernatural creatures have a weakness. The Dullahan has an unusual one. Gold. Not swords. Not holy water. Not prayers. Just gold. According to Irish folklore, even a tiny gold coin, or a simple gold pin, could force the Dullahan to retreat. No explanation is ever given. It simply refuses to come near it. For such an unstoppable being, its only defense is surprisingly ordinary, which somehow makes the story even stranger. Some historians believe stories of the Dullahan may have evolved from much older Celtic beliefs surrounding death and supernatural messengers, although surviving written sources are limited and many details come from later collections of Irish folklore rather than ancient texts. That means separating the oldest traditions from later embellishments is difficult. One thing is clear. The idea of a headless rider has survived for centuries. Long before horror movies. Long before Halloween. People genuinely whispered about seeing a rider on lonely roads after dark. Some researchers even argue that later, Headless Horseman stories, including famous literary versions, echo elements of older Irish traditions, though they developed into distinct tales over time. Even today, people across Ireland occasionally claim strange encounters. A rider glimpsed in heavy fog. Hoofbeats with no horse. A dark figure disappearing before reaching a crossroads. Most are impossible to verify. Some are almost certainly stories passed through generations. But legends like this survive for a reason. Every generation adds another sighting. Another unexplained encounter. Another warning not to travel certain roads after midnight. Whether anyone truly believes is almost beside the point. The legend refuses to disappear. If you ever find yourself alone, walking a country road, and you hear horse hooves behind you, don't assume it's another traveler. Don't expect a greeting. And whatever you do, if a voice calls your name, don't turn around. Because according to Irish legend, the rider isn't looking for directions. He's come for you. Sleep well.